The Jimmy Olsen Radio Network.
Dimension, a measurable extent of some kind, such as length, breadth, depth, or height. An aspect or feature of a situation, problem, or thing. Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. Knowledge, facts, information, and skills acquired by a person through experience or education, the theoretical or practical understanding of a subject, awareness of familiarity gained by experience of a fact or situation. Imagination, the faculty or action of forming new ideas, or images or concepts or external objects not present to the senses. The ability of the mind to be creative or resourceful, the part of the mind that imagines things. A dimension, as vast as space and is as timeless as infinity, between light and dark, somewhere in the middle of science and superstition, lying between fear and knowledge, the dimension of imagination.
Spinal adjustments provided by Dr. Chad Rolfson. The Spinal Tuning Chiropractic Center is a Des Moines area low flat fee per month unlimited chiropractic care practice. When life happens, just adjust. Schedule today at spinaltuning.com.
Barbecue provided by Kenny's Rib Wagon, catering ribs for your pleasure and serving daily at Plaza Pub, 62nd and Douglas in Des Moines, across from Merle Hay Mall. Find Kenny's Rib Wagon on Facebook. It's Bible story time. Samuel is born. 1 Samuel 1 through 28. There was a man named Elkanah from the tribe of Ephraim, who lived in the town of Ramah in the hillside of Ephraim. He was the son of Jerome and the grandson of Elihu, and belonged to the family of Tohu, a part of the clan of Zeph. Elkanah had two wives, Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah did not. Every year, Elkanah went to Ramah to worship and offer sacrifices to the Lord Almighty at Shiloh, where Hophni and Phinehas, the two sons of Eli, were priests of the Lord. Each time Elkanah offered a sacrifice, he would give one share of the meat to Peninnah and the other share to each of his children. And even though he loved Hannah very much, he would give her only one share because the Lord had kept her from having children. Peninnah, her rival, would torment and humiliate her because the Lord had kept her childless. This went on year after year. Whenever they went to the house of the Lord, Peninnah would upset Hannah so much that she would cry and refuse to eat anything. Her husband, Elkanah, would ask her, "Hannah, why are you crying? Why won't you eat? Why are you always so sad? Don't I mean more to you than 10 sons?" One time, after they had finished their meal in the house of the Lord at Shiloh, Hannah got up. She was deeply distressed, and she cried bitterly as she prayed to the Lord. Meanwhile, Eli, the priest, was sitting in his place by the door. Hannah made a solemn promise. "Lord Almighty, look at me, your servant. See me, see my trouble, and remember me. Do not forget me. If you give me a son, I promise that I will dedicate him to you for his whole life, and that he will never have his hair cut." Hannah continued to pray to the Lord for a long time, and Eli watched her lips. She was praying silently. Her lips were moving, but she made no sound. So Eli thought that she was drunk, and he said to her, "Stop making a drunken show of yourself. Stop your drinking and sober up." "No, I'm not drunk, sir," she answered. "I haven't been drinking. I am desperate. I have been praying, pouring out my troubles to the Lord. Do not think I'm a worthless woman. I've been praying like this because I'm so miserable." "Go in peace," Eli said, "and may the God of Israel give you what you have asked for." "May you always think kindly of me," she replied. Then she went away, ate some food, and was no longer sad. The next morning, Elkanah and his family got up early, and after worshiping the Lord, they went back home to Ramah. Elkanah had intercourse with his wife Hannah, and the Lord answered her prayer. So it was that she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel and explained, I asked the Lord for him. This time, again, Elkanah and his family go to Shiloh and offer the Lord their yearly sacrifice and the special sacrifice he had promised. But this time Hannah did not go. She told her husband, as soon as the child is weaned, I will take him to the house of the Lord where he will stay all his life. Elkanah answered, all right, do whatever you think best. Stay at home until you have weaned him, and may the Lord make your promise come true. So Hannah stayed at home and nursed the child. And after she weaned him, she took him to Shiloh, taking along a 3-year-old bull, a bushel of flour, and a leather bag full of wine. She took Samuel, young as he was, to the house of the Lord at Shiloh. After they had killed the bull, they took the child to Eli. And Hannah said to him, excuse me, sir, do you remember me? I am the woman you saw standing here praying to the Lord. I asked him for this child, and he gave me what I asked for. So I am dedicating him to the Lord. As long as he lives, he will belong to the Lord. Then they worshipped the Lord there. Samuel is born. 1 Samuel 1 through 28. If you enjoyed this Bible story, share it on social media, Facebook and Twitter. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter at MyBuddyJimmy, and even on YouTube at MyBuddyJimmy101.
The Jimmy Olsen Radio Network.